Hey folks, CA Rachana Ranade here and I welcome you all to a brand new IPO summary video which is about DOMS Industries Limited IPO. Now, I'm trying a shoot and release after a long time, so just in case if I fumble on something, just in case, I say some figures ulta pulta, then please don't forget to check out the pinned comment and the description box for this video specifically, okay? Pinned comment mein if I just, fumble on words, you'll get there. So first let's get started with what does the company do and when was it incorporated. It was incorporated back in 2006 where it started in designing, developing, manufacturing and selling a wide range of stationery and arts products. So now the moment I say stationery and arts products, what can you visualize? So I'll be really honest, when I was going through the RHP, I got to know that they get a lot of revenue from pencils, and I was pretty sure that I use an Apsara pencil, but when I checked, it's okay even if you don't zoom, but I checked. I myself and I'm using a DOMS pencil, but I was not really aware about this fact also. So feels good that a company which is coming up with an IPO, I'm already the user of that product. This is not an advertisement, just FYI. Okay. So if I'm talking about the company, what does the company do? I hope you have understood two main things: stationery and arts related products. Just in case if you want to visualize that, have a look at this. See, all these are arts related products. This is typically stationery kind of a thing. You can also see the geometric boxes, stationery boxes on screen right now, neon eraser, color pencils and all that. Okay. So all these are the products of the company. Are they only into purchasing them and selling them? No, like I mentioned, they are into designing, developing, manufacturing and selling. Everything they are doing by themselves. Now, where do they sell this? 79% of the total sale is a domestic sale and 21% is export sale. Okay, export to which companies? They cover 45. Which countries? They export to 45 countries internationally, covering America, Africa, Asia Pacific, Europe, and Middle East. Okay, so good diversification. Not only domestically they are selling it, they are also exporting their products. Now, manufacturing operations are only in India in two states. One is in Jammu and Kashmir, and the second one is in Gujarat. Okay. Now that you have understood about what does the company do, we'll also try and understand from where is the revenue generated. And for that, have a look at this. You'll see that revenue generation, majority of the revenue. So this is fiscal year 23, right? Maximum 46% of the total revenue is generated by Scholastic Stationery. Okay. So Scholastic is not a brand, by the way. It's just stationery material. Okay. Then art material is 23%. So if you just consider these two, stationery and art material, almost 70% is generated by these two product categories only, right? फिर बाकी paper, stationery, kids combos and all that, smaller chunks will be contributed by these segments. Now, if I go to the industry overview, because now that you have understood what does the company do, let's go to the industry overview. This industry has been continuously growing over the past few years, and it has an estimated size. Current estimated size is around 38,500 crores by value. I'm talking about industry level now. Okay, as of what? FY 2023. But this is expected to grow to 71,600 crores by FY 28 at a CAGR of 13%. Okay, so what is the expected growth in this industry? That is 13% CAGR. But if you want to have an understanding about the financials growth, if you can have a look at this, you will see that the revenue from operations has grown continuously from 4,028 millions to 12,118 millions. So this translates to a CAGR of almost 73.45%. I've also calculated this for you. Even EBITDA margin has grown EBITDA growth basically has been very nice, almost 149%. Gross profit growth has been around 68.76%. All these are CAGR figures, right? Now you might be like, Acha, industry was growing at what? Industry was growing around 13%. But if you see, their sales are growing at 73%. Now there is a catch here. Of course, if I'm talking about fiscal year 21, the revenue itself was very much down. What I feel, one of the reasons, of course, a lot of reasons are mentioned in the prospectus, but one of the key reasons I feel is during the lockdown. See, 21 also there was a lockdown, right? At that time, overall stationery or art and craft and all these, the sales, even they have office supplies also. So overall revenue was lower because the demand itself was lower, and that is why the base itself was less. As and how the offices started, all the economy started opening, that is where the revenue started picking up, and that is why you can see a very handsome sales CAGR at 73%. Okay, so always have some reason for yourself as to why the CAGR growth could be exceptionally high as compared to the industry standards. Of course, inbuilt revenue growth is also a factor, no doubts on that. Now let's go to the strengths of the company. It's the second largest player in India, branded stationery and art products category with a market share of 12% by value. You might be like, second largest player and only 12% is the market share. The reason is that there are a lot of other renowned competitors as well, and even unbranded category also, there'll be a lot of players in the whole space, right? Now, if I'm talking about how much is the market share in a core product category, if you remember, there were two core products for the company. One was pencils and the other one was mathematical instrument boxes. So pencils category, they are having a market share of 29%, and mathematical instrument boxes category, they are having a market share of 30%. Now, if I go to the valuation part, company's PE ratio is at 41 at a lower band and 43 at an upper band, but industry PE is at 35. If you look at the PB also, lower band 12, higher band 13, but industry PB is at 6. So it's very clearly visible that both, be it P ratio, be it PB ratio, both are above the industry average. You all are smart enough to understand what is the interpretation of the PE PB being above or below industry standards, right? Now let's move on to the key risks, because we did talk about strengths, we did talk about valuation. Let's also talk about the risks. If you check here, wooden pencils, which is one of their key products, that contributes to how much? 31% of their total product sales. And even if you check about the mathematical instruments, sketch boxes, all these, total revenue from key products is 60%. So this is called as a product concentration risk. So let us say a lot of competitors start disrupting the pencils market. In that case, this 31.66% can be put up at a little bit of stake. Okay, so that's one of the risks. Second risk is about the exports. Their major exports are to a single group, which is Fila Group from Italy. And if you see here, you can also see out of the total export sales, 61.58% go to a specific group, that is a Fila Group. I also mentioned about one more risk, which is about competition from listed and unlisted peers, competition from peers, which is Cello, Flair, Hindustan Pencils, Camlin, Link, Luxure, Navneet, Rorito. There are so many more peers for this company, and of course, needless to mention, but yes, there'll be a lot of counterfeit products as well, duplicate products as well, right? So with this, strengths, weakness, risks, everything, let's go on to the final part, which is IPO details. IPO has opened today already, and it will close on the 15th of December. Price band is at 750 to 790. GMP is at 63.92. I hope again you know the concept of grey market premium. Higher the better is the scenario, but this does not guarantee the returns on listing, right? As I shoot the video, the IPO has already been subscribed 5.82 times. Again, higher subscription is equal to more and more demand by more and more investors. Always considered as a good sign again. So, having understood the entire scenario, what does the company do, having understood the industry, having understood the strengths, weaknesses, financials, IPO details, do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, whether you are interested for this IPO, whether you're going to apply or not for listing gains, for long-term what. I'd be really keen to look out at the comments. I hope you enjoyed this one. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye-bye.